there, you ever see some cringe male Karen go after a whole bunch of soldiers in the middle of a mall in Poland for no reason? Well, you're about to.
Talk about your kids' videos? Why do you act like this? You're talking about a video you have no knowledge about, and you're using racial slurs for white people!
Stay away from those white women.
An absolutely cringe video of some fucking moron berating a bunch of American soldiers in a mall in Poland has been going viral, and this piece of shit needs to get put in his place. And we're gonna break that thing down for you real quick.
Sounds like an incitement to violence, which is strange. From somebody who purports to have sworn an oath to the Constitution and therefore should be an adamant supporter of the First Amendment.
You guys Americans? You guys Americans?
Oh, it starts off slow. Hey, are you guys American soldiers? Isn't that interesting? Oh, hey, winning the hearts and minds. Can't wait to talk to this guy. Yeah, sure. What's up, bud?
Are you guys here to spread sodomy or what? Isn't that what America's #1 export is?
You mean butt stuff and head? Pretty sure that's been around the world before America.
Butt stuff and head? It's quite the indictment of your moral compass to categorize those two distinct activities under one. Also, just because a social malaise may have existed in the past doesn't make it right for one nation to take it upon itself to become the #1 disseminator of such activities. I mean, the founders who created the country debated, should we castrate or should we put to death sodomites?
Is it George Floyd culture or is it sodomy?
What? I guess you haven't noticed the pattern of black career criminals disobeying police orders, then being sainted, Attorney Ben Crump swooping in, collecting millions of dollars, and then exporting that as racial justice. Also, taking sodomy, wrapping up in a rainbow, and calling that pride. Pride for who? Antibiotic companies? Pharmaceutical investors? 50 times over representation in STDs? Good job.
What do you guys think about your health secretary being a fucking tranny?
Going up to a group of soldiers and complaining about who the health secretary is like going through a Burger King drive-thru and making a complaint to the manager that your chicken nuggets were a little chewy and that they didn't have any Arby's sauce.
Get your mind off Goyslop for just 1 second. Maybe asking these soldiers how they feel about the living oxymoron, sexual deviant, 4-star Admiral, Secretary of Health, Rachel Levine, who abandoned its family to start wearing dresses, it actually might provoke some introspection on whether, are we serving America? Or are we serving some evil global homo shadow version of America?
What do you guys think about defending a country that has, there's no meaning to be a citizen? Like any Mexican crossing the border is literally one of you.
Hey man, there's a lot of ways that you can gain a path to citizenship, but something I think we all can practice is not being a loudmouth piece of shit.
So in other words, you don't mind becoming a minority in your own nation. I mean, Hector, Abdul, whoever, as long as they have the right documents, they're as American as apple pie, right? But you ever ask yourself, what is the purpose of a military? Wouldn't you think the #1 goal would be to ward off an actual invasion? Funny how the US is concerned about everyone else's borders, but their very own southern border.
Are you guys here to spread anal sex to Poland?
Well, but I'm sure if you ask them politely, they'll sure as hell help you out there. Shit, it's not our fault that all the handsome and beautiful Polish men and women want to get butt-fucked by a bunch of handsome soldiers, all right? Spread your cheeks and your heart and welcome a United States Army soldier in. You won't be disappointed.
So this guy here is confirming what America's #1 exports are. And if hellfire and brimstone don't rain down on people like this pretty soon, I think God's going to owe Sodom and Gomorrah an apology.
Isn't that what you guys learn in your training?
I don't know what training these guys are here for, but if there's a class for butt fucking, you sign me up. I'm ready and willing to learn.
No need for modesty. With your level of enthusiasm, your experience, undoubtedly, you should be professor.
You guys literally have fucking transsexuals that wear dresses.
Can anybody else feel the little man syndrome in this dude's voice? Like, he keeps walking up to people and his camera's like so far below them. I'm pretty sure he's like 5'4", but I feel like he's making up for something a little bit shorter.
Ah, yes. Everyone knows the sign of a true intellectual is to rhetorically finish his opponent off with "my dick."
The higher up levels of the military are all sodomites.
I can feel that poor soldier's eye roll. Just that. Oh, get the fuck away from me, you moron.
Hey, angry cop. Why so angry? Why take that clip out of context? The full context was, hey, have you guys heard of Kay Griggs? She was a military colonel's wife who exposed the higher up levels of the military being all sodomites. Also, she was a very religious woman who didn't have any sort of biases towards any races or ethnicities, used her pattern recognition skills to basically conclude that the U.S. military are just foot soldiers for the Israeli mafia.
All right, guys. Keep Poland white, okay? Stay away from those white women.
There it is. There it is. Wow, how convenient that this person with the lack of a Polish accent is saying keep Poland white, especially because the #1 exportation in Poland's beautiful white women.
It's pretty prejudicial to equate a person's ethnicity with the way they talk. Since you're the authority, angry cop, how do Polish people sound like? Do they sound like Borat? Keep Poland white? It's a problem for you? 96% of hair colors? 97% of eye colors? Childbearing white women are but 3% of the world's population. Do you want to preserve diversity? Unlike being American, being Polish is still more than a document. Why do you want to ruin that for them, angry cop?
Stay away from those white women. Because miscegenation used to be a crime in your country.
Yeah, and women didn't used to be able to vote. The fuck is your point?
Hypocrisy. You ever heard of it? The point is, the U.S. military fights for democracy all over the world. But when it comes to popular sentiments within their own nation, such as segregation, gay marriage, and restricting immigration to European nations, somehow the will of the people and democracy doesn't matter. America's multicultural, multiracial experiment is an example of treason and betrayal. It's not democracy.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You guys here to spread some fucking homo worship and you get called out on it? Show us what a tough guy you are. You got an AR-15?
Here we go. The King Cuck move. Oh, I got a camera. What are you gonna do? You gonna hit me? Gonna hit me with your big fat army hands, your M16? Dude, they're not fucking carrying their M16s, but they'll carry your fucking sorry ass into a fucking dumpster and bury you underneath all the rest of the trash do you belong with.
Angry cop, if you were looking for an honest portrayal of what occurred, the original video seems to be in two parts. As the first part ended, it looks like the soldiers started yelling threats. That's when the camera started rolling on the very tail end of the threats, which is lucky for them. But in hindsight, it looks like videoing the altercation was a good idea. I know it's inconceivable for people that have your intellectual acuity. I mean, you use my dick arguments, but I don't think he was looking for a 4-on-1 fight. He was trying to make a point, doing a little social experiment.
Yeah, you're in a white country now. We don't worship Mexicans. Yeah.
What a fucking pussy. Go into the street and turn off your phone and just fight one of them. Why don't you go fight the black soldier you just shit all over? I'm sure he's gonna have a hell of a time teaching you about sodomy.
Whoa, based, angry cop. Pattern recognition. You want to know some other fun facts? 13% this year accounts for 60.4% of homicides. 13% this year accounts for more than 50% of STDs. And guess what? While locked up in penitentiaries, blacks account for more than 90% of sodomy perpetrators. Learning with Angry Cop. Yay!
Show us your IQ. I mean, no, there's no IQ requirements in the military.
Actually, moron, there is, but apparently there isn't one in order to pick up a phone and make an ass out of yourself.